Hey there, this is Kevin. Welcome to my kitchen. This is the start of a series of instructional cooking videos that I'm going to be making that are aimed exclusively at performers and artists, comedians, the starving artist, really. I've been talking to a lot of friends, other performers during this whole COVID epidemic, and a lot of them just don't seem to know the first thing about cooking, and I just hate to think of other performers just sitting in your apartment consisting on ramen noodles and popcorn and cereal. So the goal of this series is to show you some simple recipes that are healthy and inexpensive using things that you already have in your kitchen, or otherwise telling you about things to pick up next time you go to the store. Before I get started today, one thing I want to tell you is please watch these in order, because I will be also showing different techniques and different things, so I don't want to be repeating myself, 10 videos telling you how to chop an onion, you know what I'm saying? So watch these. Ideally, I'm thinking they'll all be 5-10 minutes, and you'll learn something new on each one. I trained to be a chef before I became a comedian, all through high school. From the time I was 13 years old, I started working in kitchens, and I worked all the way up through high school and until I became a comedian in my early 20s, but then have spent the last 20 years cooking, and it's a passion of mine. So I want to share some things with you. I'm going to focus on mostly vegetarian or chicken, not for any political reasons. I definitely eat meat, but the goal of this is to give you things that you can cook when you're on a real tight budget, as a lot of people are right now. So ideally, the food that you make, if you cook with me, is going to be healthy, it's going to be delicious, and it's not going to cost you too much money. That's the goal. And I'm also going to use, I'm going to use my kitchen equipment. Some of it's pretty advanced, some of it's pretty expensive, but I'm going to try to make sure to tell you ways that you can do it with whatever you might have, and tell you about some kitchen equipment that's worth the money. Before I start today, I think the other thing I'll say is where I've come from in learning all of this is, over 20 plus years of being a comedian at this point. And, there's times where money comes in and you got a nice bank account. There's times where you're really trying to stretch a dime. So in those times where the money was really coming in, I was always going to the grocery stores and stocking up on different foods, and different canned things and stuff, and the way people did in past generations. The food that I cook is really going to be based on peasant food. There's a great tradition in the kitchens in our cuisine about peasant food. People who lived years and years ago didn't have markets. They had made some amazing meals out of things that they just had. So I guess that's about it. I just want to take some of the mystery out of it. I want to teach you a couple of things, and this is just kind of my public service to everybody. I'm not asking for money or anything like that. This is free videos. If you have any questions, I'll have my Twitter handle and whatever. You can reach out to me, especially if we know each other and you're other comics, just give me a call.